right. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Save Point Podcast. I am Josh, and as always, I've got Sean and Leo here. How are you guys doing on this Wednesday evening?
Not too bad.
Yeah, I'm all right.
You tired? You seem a little tired. Are you tired?
Yeah,
Yeah.
stomach hurts. Yeah.
I had a stomach bug the other day, actually. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was something I ate or it was just something going around. It was not pretty.
Other than that, I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Before we get started with today's topic, which we'll get into in just a moment, I wanted to ask you guys something that I saw going around on Twitter. It's divided the Twitterverse. Is Halloween a holiday? Is Halloween a holiday to you guys?
I think it became a holiday.
You think it became a holiday? What about you, Sean? What's your gut reaction tell you? Say what?
No, they didn't get off school
People
for
don't get
that.
off school for Halloween?
No, I don't think so.
I would be inclined to say it's not a holiday then, if you don't get off of school and obviously you don't get off of work.
Yeah, that was kind of that's kind of what the main argument was, is that people said that because it's not like an actual observed. Yeah,
But
you
it
don't
is
get off of work.
It's
Yeah.
one of the most celebrated days. So,
I mean, it's like St. Patrick's Day.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, it was just interesting to see because there was actually some pretty heated arguments.
I would say it's a holiday, but it's just not a federal holiday.
It's
No.
not like an observed holiday.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: so there was a couple like rapid fire questions that were going around on top of that, and I'm inclined to agree with Sean. I don't think it's an actual holiday, although it is ubiquitous and it is celebrated, of course. But all right, clear your heads. So I mean, I guess you guys will just answer one at a time. There's really no way. But when you think of Halloween, what are the colors of Halloween?
Orange and black.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why orange.
Orange and black, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people were saying like purple, which I guess purple would probably be like a second tier color, but
Could be.
a lot of people
Meh.
were saying purple. What?
Orange. Pumpkin. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, that's what everybody was saying. What is the official, not official? What is the unofficial animal of Halloween? When you think of animals, black cat.
Black cat. Yeah.
See, I thought that's probably the best answer. I actually thought a bat when I first saw that.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
It's in the conversation, I guess.
it'd probably be top 3.
And then, what are your top 3 candies of Halloween? When you think of the perfect
Reese
candy,
Cups.
yeah.
Reese Cups.
Like when I think of Halloween,
When you think like when you were a kid, when you went trick or treating, what are like the
Candy
top
corn.
3 that you got that you got excited
which
for?
candy corns, which are awful.
I love candy corn. How dare you?
Those stupid like Whoppers, I always got those.
Yeah.
I hate those. And like those stupid like talcum powder candy, Nelco wafers or whatever it's
I
called.
don't even know what that is.
Mentos or something like that.
Everybody's handing out Mentos somehow. I don't think they are.
But
I
what are
did
your,
get a toothbrush one year, though.
I remember that. There was
Toothbrush
somebody
in the
by, I think it was grandma's house. It passed out rulers and pencils. I think he was a teacher.
Yeah, she gave us
No,
like
there was
nickels and
there
shit.
was a dentist in her neighborhood. And
Maybe.
he would
Yeah.
always pass out
See, that's
toothbrush.
bullshit. Like, it's one night a year where we're allowed to eat as much candy as we want, and he's got to go.
I mean,
against it.
if you're a dentist, you want that repeat business, so you'd give them more candy.
give him all the candy.
Giving out his business cards. To the kids.
Yeah, throwing a handful of candy on a business card and take this home to mom and dad. But yeah, so that was kind of what I actually was looking at as soon as right before we went on. I thought it was funny. But today's topic, on a completely different note, we are going to give you our just kind of our what's the word? Just kind of a look ahead at the kind of the COVID pandemic and how it's affected the kind of the movie industry, the shuffling of release dates, is what Disney is doing with their Premier Access. Is that a viable option? Should things kind of stay the way they are now, and we're not able to kind of return to a normal a previous normal, kind of before all of this hit. What is movie theater? What is kind of all that look like? Going into 2021 and beyond. Because I read a story. I don't know if you guys saw this. I read a story just a few days ago that said, well, Regal I think has shut down again.
They have all of them have.
But
AMC is on the way too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say is that I can't remember where I read it, but AMC said that if things don't turn around, which obviously with only 10, 11 weeks left in the year, that they're gonna run out of money. That doesn't mean that they're gonna close AMC, like the AMC is gonna cease to exist, but they're gonna run out of cash flow by the end of the year if things don't dramatically turn around. Which, if you guys have been watching the news, it looks like we're probably going to hit another surge in COVID cases. A majority of the states have seen an uptick and a spike in their hospitalizations and cases. So I don't see all of that turning around anytime soon. But let me ask you guys this, just kind of a theoretical question before we get into the numbers. And we may have touched on this in a previous episode, but would you guys miss movie theaters? If movie theaters cease to exist, and let's say hypothetically in this world where it was all just like day and date digital video on demand, even if you had to, Premiere Access, pay $30, would you guys miss going to the movie theater?
Yeah, I probably would.
You would?
Yeah, maybe in like 10 years.
I mean, it's just the experience of it, just going somewhere and watching a movie.
Yeah.
It's like back in the day when you were younger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the kids nowadays won't really miss it as much.
They won't care.
Yeah.
Unless they really like going to the movie theater.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, kids in grades like Corey's age or whatever, or obviously even younger than that. But yeah, it's all YouTube and Netflix. They don't even probably have that same attachment to going to a movie like we do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of split. For like the vast majority of movies, I wouldn't care to go see in theaters. For the big tent poles that are probably meant to be seen on a big screen, you think of obviously the Marvel movies, but even like 1917 comes to mind, Dunkirk, like big war movies with like big action pieces, set pieces that are meant to be seen on the biggest screen possible with the best surround sound. But I really wouldn't mind just sitting at home, just knowing, hey, I can press a couple buttons. I don't have to get dressed. I don't have to leave the house. And I can just, watch a movie opening night. But
I think the drive-in movies should be able to put up big numbers if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
Or people still want to go to a movie theater to watch it.
Right.
And you're isolated to your car.
That's true. Yeah, you don't have to worry about distancing in the theater itself. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I'm surprised we haven't heard more about.
Yeah, like back in the day, also you could also order your food and they'd bring it out to you. So I mean,
I do remember that. Yeah, you don't have to leave your car. Yeah. No, that's a really good point. I'm surprised. Is that one over in?
That's my idea. Just remember that. My
drive-in movies.
Yeah, drive-in movies is trademarked in 2020.
Yep.
Is that one still open in Fairborn?
No, that one's closed.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's hard to find. I went to
There's
one a
Dixie.
few years ago.
Oh, Dixie.
The only one around here is Dixie.
Really? Man, yeah, that's a throwback.
Yeah, there was
I can't remember the last time I was at a drive-in theater.
Yeah, there's like 3 of them years ago around here.
Interesting. But let me pull up some. This is from vulture.com. It was updated today, actually. I'm not going to read all of these, but just kind of, I'll scroll through the list. It's in alphabetical order. But it's just kind of the reshuffled release dates because of the coronavirus. The first one that stuck out to me was Avatar, the Avatar sequels. So basically, the next apparently there are going to be 4 more, so there's 5. I didn't know that. I thought there was only 2 more.
No, they have a whole series.
Yeah. So the
I
next,
think they're shooting them at the same time, also.
that's
So
what I've
they're
heard too.
ready to
But
go.
they will release. They will, as of right now, they will debut every other December. So every 2 years, beginning on December 16th, 2022. So it'll be 2022, 24, 26, and 2028 will be the last one if there's no more delays. It was originally, the second Avatar was originally supposed to come out next year on December 17th, 2021. But again, that had to be reshuffled. Let me ask, are you guys fans of the original Avatar?
I like the first Avatar, but it's not like it's not like a Star Wars or like a Lord of the Rings where like I can't wait to see the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was only one in that,
Right.
that series, so you weren't expecting anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a big gap between the first one
Yeah,
and
it came out like 10 years ago. Or
Dude,
what's
it's an
coming up
insane
next.
amount of time. Like
Yeah.
any
I mean, I think delaying it any further, I mean, it's not gonna hurt anyone.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. I mean,
yeah,
it's already been a decade. What's another year or two?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so 2022, mid-December 2022, A Quiet Place Part 2 was moved from, it was supposed to come out earlier this year on March 8th. Then it got bumped to September 6th, and now it is premiering on April 23rd, 2021. I'm just going to read through these. If any of these you guys want to talk about, just stop me and we can discuss it.
Well, I like Quiet Place. A Quiet Place. So I can't wait for to see the second one.
Is John Krasinski, is he directing the second one also?
Yeah.
Is he? Yeah, I really like the first one. I didn't see it in theaters. I remember watching it, I think maybe when it came to HBO or something or whatever it was. But yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot. The Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman, was originally June 25th of next year. Then it got pushed to October 1st next year, and now it is March 4th, 2022. So this is a quite a substantial delay. You know, when we're looking at, I mean, it's still a year and a half away from now, much less, you know, from its original release date. I don't know if we've discussed it. I mean, obviously the trailer that released a couple months ago is old news by now, but did we talk about this already? Did you guys like the look and vibe of what that trailer was going for?
I did like the trailer. It was a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just a trailer, so I can't really comment on anything else.
Yeah, they only had like a quarter of the movie done to like cut a trailer with.
Right.
Something like that, yeah. So, but it was good, and I think it's going to be good. I know they're having like all kinds of issues.
Right. Yeah, like Robert Pattinson had COVID for a couple and had to obviously quarantine for a couple weeks, and then I think some other production team members got sick and stuff like that. Black Adam, The Rock, was moved off the schedule. It was supposed to release in December 2021. Now there is no official rescheduled release date. Although I did see on his Instagram that he's actually going to start recording. He's finishing up his Netflix movie, which I can't remember the name of. But then he's going to start recording. I think he has like a semi-biographical sitcom show coming out to NBC where he's like executive producer, but I think it focuses on him as a child, but also his dad and grandpa as professional wrestlers. Anyway, point is that he's supposed to start filming that next. And then he's going to start Black Adam, I believe in the spring, start filming that. So my guess is probably, I don't know, fall 2022. So who knows about that one. Black Widow is kind of a toss-up in terms of, and I know we've talked about this before, whether it's actually going to be able to release theatrically or if they're going to go the Mulan route and do like a Disney premiere. But it was originally supposed to come out May 11th of this year. Then it got bumped to November 6th. And then it got bumped to May 7th of next year. So obviously Disney is really wanting to keep that as a tentpole release. It looks like as much as possible. Probably
Yeah,
because
Kevin Feige wants it theatrical release.
So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously nobody's going to know what COVID looks like.
It's going to make that $1 billion once it goes into theaters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. People are going to be starved for it. Plus, it'll be like the first Marvel movie. I mean, because we really haven't gotten an MCU movie since Far From Home, and that came out last year. 2020 was the first year we haven't gotten a Marvel movie since 2007. So I mean, obviously, people I think are going to be, like you said, pretty starved and anxious to kind of get back into that universe. It'll be interesting to see if things don't improve. Do they just keep punting it, or do they just bite the bullet? And
they need to release it soon.
Yeah.
What was the numbers on Mulan?
Well, it had a budget of 200 million. It bombed in China for various reasons that I was reading about, which they were pushing hard in terms of its marketing budget. But just off of Disney Plus alone, it netted a profit of 35.5 million versus a $200 million budget.
So pretty much broke even in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it did even less than that in China. There was some concerns that the main actress, I can't remember her name, but she was very much for the pro Hong Kong movement, which rubbed a lot of Chinese nationalists the wrong way. So it kind of bombed there. What was the other reason? An all American, like all white production team. They didn't like that. How there wasn't like a lot of Chinese representation on the team itself. And then in America, it said that it didn't even do as well as they had hoped in English-speaking countries because they took out like the more comedic elements like Mushu and the music, the songs that people really resonated with when they were younger. So it just kind of, it seemed like it was not doomed from the start, but obviously if they had released it in theaters, who knows what it would have looked like. But was kind of what I was reading.
I think the numbers would have been similar.
Yeah. So tie it back to Black Widow. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, hypothetically, if it doesn't, obviously we all hope it gets better, but if it doesn't, do they just keep punting it off another 6 months, just hoping things will turn around, or do they, hey, it's if Mulan.
They would need to release it soon. They got actors under contract.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And if you don't release the movie like 5 or 10 years down the road, I mean,
right.
But like, why is Captain America or Thor old as fuck?
now he's old fat Thor. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Let's see here. What's next? Sticking with the MCU, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Excuse me. May 7th, 2021. It was basically pushed a whole year. Now it's coming out March 25th, 2022. Dune, which I was really excited for, got pushed from this year, December 18th, to October 1st, 2021. Another MCU movie, The Eternals, November 6th of this year. Then it was bumped to February 12th next year. Now it's bumped to November 5th of next year. Fast 9 or F9 was supposed to come out May 22nd this year, and now is April 2nd of next year. And it was confirmed. I think we kind of knew this, but it was confirmed that they're adding an 11th movie to the franchise. It was supposed to end after the 10th, but then Justin Wan has confirmed that he's going to direct the final 2 installments, so 10 and 11. So circle this on your calendar because we will come back to this. When it gets closer to next year, we will do Fast and Furious in review. And it's going to be great. And I'm going to love every second of it. Let's see here. What else?
I mean, what else can they do in that movie?
There's a rumor that they're going to
Submarine
space.
fucking outer space or something.
No, that is the rumor, is that they're going to
That's
space.
so stupid.
I can't wait. I love it.
Parachute down from a space shuttle.
Dude, I love it. I cannot.
Spaceships.
Fast and Furious is like one of my guilty pleasure movie
It is,
franchises.
but when you get to ridiculous things,
I mean, when The Rock deflected a rocket with a car door, and when, if you guys saw the most recent one, with F9, when John Cena stopped a car just by he just stuck his hands out and stopped a moving car, and it just like crashed and the car bent around him. It's just ridiculous, dude. It's
since Tokyo Drift.
Oh my god, it's so good. I can't wait. Let's see here. Ghostbusters Afterlife, June 10th or July 10th of this year to March 5th of next year. Did you guys watch the trailer for that one?
Long time ago, the very first ones.
It's directed by, I cannot remember, Jason. Was it Reitman? What was the guy, Leo? What was the guy's name from the original Ghostbusters? He played. Was it Igor, the guy with the glasses?
Oh, Harold Ramis.
No, Harold Ramis. But who was the director? Yeah, or no, that's not who I'm thinking of. The director. It was basically, it's the original director's son. So they're kind of, I think from what I understood, is that they're basically pretending that the 2016 all-female Ghostbusters, they're just kind of wiping that from canon.
Well, I heard it was trash.
It
might as well.
Yeah.
Probably the only cool part of that was Chris Hemsworth.
I heard he was good.
He was hilarious.
But I heard the rest of it.
See, I never saw it. Let's see here. What else? Another Rock movie, Jungle Cruise, July 30th, 2021 now. Jurassic World Dominion is now, it actually got bumped a whole year. It's supposed to come out June 11th next year, and now it's June 10th of 2022.
Well, yeah, they got to spread it out. They can't have all blockbuster in 1 week.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see here. The Matrix 4 was originally May 21st of next year. Then it was April 1st of 2022. And then it got bumped up to December 22nd of next year. So that's going to be right around Christmas next year.
Honestly, that'd probably be the only movie that I would go to a movie theater to watch.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped to see what they're doing with that one.
I wonder if they're going to do the same kind of digital graphics as the Cyberpunk.
Interesting.
I'm sure it's going to be. Yeah,
I can see. You know how the last two Matrix, the CGI on that was horrible.
Yeah. I got too much into it, but with obviously the advancements, it'll be interesting to see if they are able to. And I don't even know what they would do, but the first Matrix was so revolutionary for its choreography and its the way it shot action scenes. If they would be able to do something, I mean, I don't know what they would.
I don't think they should just go and try to revolutionize filmmaking again. There's only so much you can do. Just make a good Matrix movie. That's all I want.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because obviously they got Keanu Reeves, they got Carrie Moss, and Lawrence Fishburne is not coming back. I remember reading that he was not asked to come back for the fourth one. Although they did have, who was it? They cast somebody as young Morpheus. I can't remember who it was. I don't remember. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up later. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see kind of, that movie. But anyway, so that actually got bumped up December 22nd, 2021. Mission Impossible 7 and 8. Looks like November 2021 and November 2022. So I don't know if those movies are being shot back to back. Morbius with Jared Leto is now March 19th, 2021. I forgot that movie existed. But apparently,
it doesn't.
I think that's tied into the the Venom,
The
Blade.
Blade series, and
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought it was the Venom, Carnage, or is that all the same? Is that all the same?
it's all the same.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
But mainly
so
Blade.
but yeah, so that's still apparently a thing. No Time to Die, which is the next James Bond movie. Daniel Craig's
Was
last.
it like 2 years ago that was supposed to be released?
It was supposed to come out April 10th of this year. Then November 25th of this year. Then I got moved up 5 days to November 20th of this year, and then I got pushed back to April 22nd of next year.
What's the point of moving it 5 days?
I'm gonna teach you 5 days, guys.
Let's see here. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is now July 9th, 2021. Not that we have any real info, but as of right now, the next trilogy of Star Wars movies is supposed to come out every other Christmas, starting in 2023. So
What's the new Star Wars movie?
I hope it doesn't suck.
they haven't said anything about.
I know they're not gonna make another Skywalker
Yeah,
right.
movie.
Yeah, I'm kind of over. Yeah, all that. I would like them to go into like a completely different direction with Star Wars. Just wipe the slate clean, get good, talented filmmakers, and
It's like a Mandalorian's coming out soon.
yeah, at the end of the month.
Yep.
Thor: Love and Thunder was supposed to be November 5th of next year. Now it is February 11th of 2022. Top Gun: Maverick was supposed to be June of this year. Then
They should just release that on.
Yeah,
that's not going to do very good at the
Netflix.
box office, anyways. I don't think
They should
anybody's like
just,
super hyped for Maverick or Top Gun.
Yeah, they should just release it as a Netflix movie.
Excuse me. As of right now, it is scheduled for July 2nd of 2021. The stuck in production hell Uncharted movie, which apparently has wrapped filming with Tom Holland and I believe it's Mark Wahlberg. Is now slated for July 16th of 2021. The untitled Far From Home sequel is now scheduled for December 17th, 2021. The Spider-Verse sequel is October 7th, 2022. Venom: Let There Be Carnage is now June 25th of 2021. And that's pretty much it as far as those are concerned. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what all this is going to look like. I'm interested to kind of see how this all wraps. I know what I said at the beginning, but talking about the movies, I think it's just being stuck inside all the time, not really being able to do anything. It kind of does make me want to go out to a theater. There's no way I would do it anytime soon, but
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably only go see 2 of those movies anyways.
yeah. There's only, like I said, it would be the tentpole. I'm not, I don't typically go out to the movies anyway, but I don't know. You guys have any closing?
I'd pay money to watch it on pay-per-view.
I would. Oh yeah, definitely. I would if they
On
said,
demand.
Yeah, if there was like $20 or even $30, I probably wouldn't pay more than 30. But for $30, I'd watch a lot of those movies day and date. Just opening night, opening weekend, drop $30 on Amazon or whatever, and be able to watch it. For 24 hours, be able to watch it over the next 24 hours or whatever. I tried to look at some other, besides Mulan, they were the only ones that were kind of open about the numbers. I tried to look at some other distributors in terms of just like on-demand premiere access, box office numbers. I really couldn't find anything. It seems like they're playing it close to the vest.
I thought Trolls did pretty good.
Trolls did really well, which is actually why Universal, if I remember correctly, Universal basically said that they're going to start releasing all of their movies on demand day and date, which really pissed off was it AMC or Regal? And that's what the big Fast and Furious 9 fiasco was that they basically said that, well, if you're going to release them day and date, then we're just not going to carry your movies at all.
Well, it looks like they're not carrying any movies at all.
So, but now it used to be, I think it was 3 months before theater, like traditionally it was like 90 days from when a movie was in theaters to when you could get them either on demand or, when video stores are around, you'd see them, on video. Now with Universal movies, at least, which did, the Fast and Furious, obviously plenty of others, but now it's only 17 days. So if you wait 17 days, if you don't want to go to the movies, you only have to wait not even 3 weeks, and then you'll be able to see those movies on demand on your local streaming service. So it'll be interesting to see if that stays the status quo. There's just a lot of things up in the air still. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
On demand, they do just fine.
Yeah,
I mean, if Black Widow did that, they probably get close to $1 billion, but probably not.
You think it would do that well on demand?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people anticipated an MCU movie.
Yeah,
I just think it's more likely. I would watch a lot of those movies you mentioned if I could just watch them here.
Yeah,
because like I don't.
Yeah. The only
going out's like a whole thing,
The only thing that makes me question whether they get even close to that is you got to think. Obviously, you go to a movie. Let's say the four of us, however big your group is. You pay $15 each to go see a movie. That's $45-$60. You could get the same 5 people in one house, pay $30, and you're all able to watch it for one price. You know what I mean? So I wonder what the price difference is. If they're,
I mean, I would keep it the same as Milan. It's like $30, but don't have it where it's available to view for like 3 months.
Right.
I think that's where they went wrong.
What? Say that again. What do you mean?
Well, Milan with a Premier Access,
right?
You pay $30.
Yeah.
But you get to watch that for like 3 months. It's available.
Oh, until Disney it goes free on Disney.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah,
and I think that's a bad move.
So, would you rather have it? What, you just pay $30 and then you're able to watch it for 24 hours and then it's like off the like you don't have access to it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if you want to watch it again, you pay another $30, just like you would in the theaters.
Yeah, that's true. But do you think that is just playing devil's advocate? Do you think that's? I don't know if that's something that we as consumers of digital content. I know it sounds funny, but I don't know if we're used to that idea. Yes, that makes sense when you go see a movie. Yeah, you watch it 3 times in the theater, you're going to pay $15 each time. But as somebody who, consumes content at home, I think it's just a different mindset where I think there would be a lot of backlash if you pay $30 and then 24 hours you have to pay $30 again. I don't know.
Yeah, there's always going to be a backlash no matter what you're going to do. Yeah. I mean, that's what's happening right now in Amazon. If you rent something, it's $20 and you only get it for 24 hours.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. So going back to like Black Widow and things, again, hypothetically, if things don't necessarily turn around, let's say in the next 12 to 18 months, do you see a point where, let's say theaters are closed, kind of the way things are now, maybe a little better, maybe a little worse. Do you see a time when, like, because you would have to imagine that if things don't improve and Disney's not able to make $1 billion per Marvel movie or per Star Wars movie or whatever the case is, do you see them drastically cutting like production budgets? Do we stop seeing the $250 million blockbuster, knowing that they probably won't be able to recoup all
I
of that
think they would
money?
have to.
Do we
They would
start
have to
seeing
see a
like smaller
trend.
budget movies and things like that?
Do you have to see a trend of the blockbuster movies?
Yeah,
If you have consistent low numbers for the movies that you're expecting to do $1 billion,
right.
then yeah, you would cut down production. But if I were them, I would find another outlet to get that money brought
Yeah,
in, not
right.
just the box office, like merchandising or
Yeah,
and
merchandising's
all
always
those
going to be
things.
huge. Yeah, you know, depending on, and obviously we're just talking American markets, North American markets. Um, there are plenty of places across the globes where obviously those markets aren't as big as the American market in terms of box office and movie, but for the first time ever, actually, I just read this. China has surpassed the United States in as the biggest box office draw, only because obviously our theaters have been closed for the most part for the last 6 or 8 months. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see, yeah, how all of this is going to trickle down. Not only for us, the end consumer, but starting at the top. There you got the bean counters up there at the tops, the heads of the studios. Um, how does that affect how much money they allocate and what kind of projects they greenlight, and because a lot of these, just like in video games, a lot of the big AAA releases, the big tentpole movies that bring in $1 billion, $2 billion, or whatever, those projects are able to fund smaller mid-tier or indie movies or indie games. And if we stop seeing big budget releases and big budget box office, do we stop seeing indie movies that might be, you know what I mean? So it's very interesting, just as somebody that likes movies, and kind of pays attention to the industry. It'll be interesting to see how all this plays out, because I think it'll affect, if things don't turn around soon, I think it'll start really affecting the industry as a whole. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think you won't see anything till the spring of next year to see where the trend's going.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I think it'll
But
probably.
I think after spring next year, then you're going to have to release movies
Mhm.
and whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just let it play out the way it's going to play out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I don't think they can keep pushing these movies back 6 months, just hoping that things will turn around. I think you're right. I think they're going to have to.
Yeah, the investors need to get money.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true. Yeah, I mean, these are, yeah, you're right. These are
um,
publicly traded companies that have investors and shareholders, and
yeah, they
yeah,
can't be sitting on a movie for 2 or 3 years and not making
yeah,
any cash.
yeah. No, you're right. So yeah, it'll be interesting, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Excuse me, in the comments below. What do you think about the kind of the future of movie theater chains? What do you think about the future of the industry as a whole? We touched on a lot of topics, so but leave all that down in the comments below, and yeah, it'll be interesting to have that discussion and see where things kind of go from here. I wanted to talk to you guys real quick. A slight change of subject, but still within the realm of movies. We talked about it briefly before we went on air. What do you guys think of the? And Leo, I think you texted me this a week or two ago. The idea of a live action Spider-Man multiverse with fucking what's his name, Andrew Garfield and fucking
Tobey
doofy
Maguire.
face Tobey Maguire coming back to team up with Tom Holland.
I think it would be a good transition from Fox to Marvel.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It'll be interesting, like with because what's his name, Doctor Strange, obviously in the multiverse. He's, from what I read and what I understand, is that he's going to kind of take over that Tony Stark mentor role to Tom Holland, to Peter Parker.
Yeah, he's going to be playing a big role in the MCU.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tied into a lot of things
Hmm.
that's going on with that WandaVision,
Right.
yeah, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Tenchi.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know what his behind the scenes. I don't know what his contract looks like in terms of how many movies he's tied to or
Pretty sure he
obligated to.
says as many as you want.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, we'll fucking milk that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to see. I don't know if you guys have seen. Have you guys watched any of the old? And I'm not talking about the Amazing Spider. I'm talking about the original Raimi trilogy. Have you guys watched those recently in the last
Not
year
recently.
or two?
Yeah, well, maybe a year or two ago.
I've
I
seen
know.
clips of Spider-Man 3.
I know that. Obviously, we're looking back and through 10 plus years of Marvel movies and how well they've done and how the high quality or high bar they've set in terms of quality and story and creating a universe and things like that. So it's kind of revisionist history, but man, whoo, those movies, they're a little rough around the edges. I don't know. I remember hearing
I like them. I still like them.
I think the first one was the best out of the three.
it was
Second one's the best.
it was interesting to see because I remember hearing when the original one came out, especially, which was in 2002, I believe, May 20 or 2002, how people didn't like Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, and I didn't see that at the time. Obviously, I was 2002, I was 15, 16, so I was all about it. We were just coming, or we were right in that kind of X-Men, the original X-Men with Hugh Jackman period. We're starting to see, live action superhero movies that were big budget.
Yeah.
He is not a good Peter Parker. And I know, again, revisionist history, we've come so far. I get all that, but it's those movies, whoo, they are, I'll be interested we should do that at some point too. Maybe when Spider-Man, we'll do Spider-Man. We got a lot to cover. We got Fast and Furious. We got Spider-Man. We got a lot of things to do. But, man, I don't know. Fucking doofy face Tobey Maguire. Did you know that, actually, Hugh Jackman, I read this on IMDb a while back, that Hugh Jackman was actually supposed to have a cameo as Wolverine in the original Spider-Man. And he actually flew out to New York to film it, but then the idea was scrapped when they couldn't gain access to his costume. And so they just instead of figuring it out, they just completely threw that idea. So we could have had our first crossover, our first universe building moment back in 2002, but
I could just have him walk around.
yeah, just put him in a t-shirt or something. Like, I don't know. But anyway, I always thought that was funny. But, I don't know, guys. I think that's everything that I've got, unless you guys have anything you want to bring up. Anything else?
No, not really.
Nope. All right. So, guys, that is it for this week's episode of the Save Point Podcast. Like I said, drop any comments down below in terms of what you think about the movie industry going forward. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you are new around here and if you don't want to watch us but would rather listen on your way to work, school, or whatever the case may be. Check us out on all podcast services. All you have to do is search the Save Point Vids podcast. If you decide to do that, give us a thumbs up, 5-star, whatever the rating scale is on your podcast service of choice. We always appreciate that. I think that's everything. So until next time, you guys stay safe.